Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. First of all, I'd like to apologise for the lack of videos that I've been putting out lately. Basically, my laptop has decided to go to the laptop graveyard. Well, not quite, but when I turn it on, it'll stay on for about maybe 20 minutes, half an hour, and then turn itself off, regardless of charge. So that's really irritating, so now I have to use my boyfriend's laptop to do all my editing on, and he uses his laptop quite a lot, so no bueno. And I don't really want to buy a new laptop just yet because I'm heading to the States in 10 weeks and I figure I may as well buy it there. Anyway, without further ado, I'm going to get into today's video, which is, as you can tell from the title, a first impression review on the Bourjois Radiance Reveal Healthy Mix Foundation. First of all, I did have oily skin, and now it seems to be less oily but still a little bit oily, so I think I'm more on the normal side, and I think this is geared more towards dry skin, but I have dry patches kind of around the outside of my face, so I'd still like to give it a go. And I hear people saying it's very like one of these Chanel foundations. I'm not really sure which one, but I said I'd film my reaction to it on camera and how it wears during the day. Now, as you can see, I have no face on. I have my eyes done, and that's basically it. I'm just going to pop my hair back into a bobbin. I actually had to wait till all my fake tan scrubbed off before I filmed this first impression because this is just so fair. It's like my actual natural colour. Now, if you can see from the lid there is plenty of sellotape on it, so this might be a bit like trying to get into Fort Knox. But that was actually a lot easier than I thought. So I really like the packaging of this. It's a glass bottle with a really nice looking pump. I got the shade number 51 Light Vanilla, which I believe is the lightest colour. So the pump just looks like that, standard pump, and I'm going to pump one pump, how many times can I say pump in the one sentence, onto this little lid here that I use as a palette. And it just looks like this, like any other foundation. I was actually lying in bed last night just about to doze off and I realised, oh, my Real Techniques buffer brush is dirty, so I actually got up, washed it, so it'll be ready for this first impression today. Okay, I'm going to do one side of my face just so you can see the difference. I'm going to do the right side of my face. Colour seems like it might be a decent match. Ooh, I've heard this before, but it is very strongly scented. I can confirm that. Well, it smells really nice. But if you are sensitive to fragrance or you have sensitive skin, you may think that this is too strongly scented. It's sinking well into the skin and it's quite easy to work with. I wonder, is this heavy in silicone? Yep. Yep, second ingredient. Now, that's that half of my face done. I'm just going to come a little closer so you can see. You can see a lot of my freckles, some redness down here, redness on my cheeks, breakout, but over here it just looks more clearer. You can still see my freckles and still see my skin. It still just looks like skin. I'm going to give it a quick scrutinization in the magnifying mirror. I am fairly impressed. It's almost undetectable. I'm just going to apply a second layer to see if this is actually buildable. So, well, I'm not a full layer, just half a pump. So now you can see zero foundation versus 2 layers of the Bourjois Healthy Mix. It actually built very nicely. It's still quite undetectable while providing good coverage. My skin still looks like skin, and it feels slightly sticky but no stickier than any other foundation. I'm going to reapply to the other half of my face now. Now I have the Healthy Mix applied all over my skin, and I have to say I'm so impressed. It looks so good. Now I have some breakouts around my chin that didn't quite cover, and another on my forehead it didn't quite cover, but it covered enough that I would go out in public. So I'm not going to conceal those areas today. I have not applied any primer today. I literally just cleansed, toned and moisturized. So the foundation longevity is literally going to be all on its own back. I'm not going to use any powder today unless I absolutely have to. I'm just going to apply the rest of my face and I will be right back. So I'm back and I have my full face on. I've put on some lip product, some cheek product. I did not apply any under eye concealer because I felt like my under eyes looked okay with just the foundation, so I'm going to test that out. Probably expecting too much of a foundation, but we shall see during the day. So far, very, very impressed. My products went on really smoothly over the foundation. I did not powder and I have not used primer, so whatever stamina we see from the foundation is literally just the foundation by itself. So I shall check back in a few hours. It is now 11:03, so I shall check back in a few hours and let you know how this foundation is holding up. And it is now 13:40. Can you even see that? 13:40, so it's been nearly 3 hours and I'm just back to check in on how the foundation is doing. I'm just going to give it a quick go. It's looking really, really good, I have to say. Around my nose is starting to get a little bit dewy, as you can probably see, but it's nothing out of the norm. Any of my foundations, if unpowdered, would have gone like that by now. Even my matte foundations, my forehead looks fine, chin looks fine, coverage is still remaining. So far, so good. I'll be back in another couple of hours to update you, and then we're going out for dinner and I'll update you one more time at the very end of the night. So far, so good. Really impressed. The foundation still very much looks like skin, and I'm so shocked that I used no concealer, but my skin still looks pretty damn good. And it's been super hot today, especially in this room. I've been filming for the last hour or so, so I'm really warm. My hair is down, I'm sweating like but it still remained looking really good and intact, and it doesn't feel dewy at all. In fact, it feels quite matte, in fact. So yeah, I'll see you in a little while. Hey, so it's now 4:15, so it's been a little over 5 hours since I've applied this foundation, and I'm just on the way out the door to get a bite to eat, and I'm feeling like I'm a little bit shiny. I don't know if it's going to translate in the camera, but I'm just going to blot using some blotting paper just for now. And as you can see, yeah, there's quite a little bit of oil coming through. But that's all I'm going to do, and I'm not going to powder or anything like that. I should really apply some lipstick. Hang on till I apply some lipstick. That's better. So I feel like the foundation still looks really good. My blush, my bronzer still looks really good over top of it. Yes, you can see my breakouts peeping through, but no more than you could see earlier on when I first applied it. It's holding up really well. I found myself kind of touching my skin quite often, which is not like me, and I realised the reason for that is it feels so weightless on my skin that I forget it's there, which is a good thing. So far I'm really impressed, and we're 5 hours in and it's holding up really well. I will update you at the end of the night. So it's 19:24, almost 7:30, and this foundation has been on for about 8.5 hours now. I'm about to call it a night. I'm not feeling too great, so I'm going to remove my makeup and sit and watch TV for a while. But before I remove my makeup, I want to tell you how I'm feeling about it. Okay, oils have started to gather a little bit around here again, but nothing crazy. It still looks perfectly presentable to me. My blush is still there, bronzer is still there, and a little bit on the temples. The coverage hasn't diminished any since I first applied it this morning. I'm really, 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 like, really impressed with this stuff. What I really like about this is that my skin still looks like skin. It just looks like I've really good skin. Colour match wise, not bad. Not perfect, but not bad. Texture wise, doesn't feel like anything on my skin. So if you want a foundation that feels light on your skin, provides medium coverage, light to medium coverage, that lasts quite well during the day, then this might be the one for you. So I have to say, the Bourjois Healthy Mix Foundation gets 2 thumbs up from me from the get-go. I will keep you updated if you'd like a full review. Let me know in the comments. I'd be more than happy to do one when I've used it a few times. But yeah, really impressed. I'm gonna go just crash out on the sofa now, guys. Night!